Hello there, Cancer. We're here to pull cards for the week of May the 22nd through the 28th. This is going to be a general reading. It might talk about love. It might not. It might talk about career. It might not. We'll see what comes up. We're just going to let Spirit show us what are some of the main themes that are going to be showing up through the day, through the days as we go through the week. So let's throw some cards down, Cancer, and see what shows up. We definitely have some repeaters through the signs so far this week. Let's see. Where shall we start? This is Monday through Sunday, so let's just start with Monday, right? We have the Seven of Swords showing up in reverse as Monday's card for you, Cancers. This just talks about the idea of moving away from, in the past, there was something that you moved away from kind of on the down low. You didn't really want to burn any bridges. You didn't want to be really dramatic. You just didn't want to be a part of whatever that situation was. Now we see you coming back into that situation, kind of coming in the side door, and once again, not wanting to be all dramatic, not wanting to cause a big scene, but ready to come in and participate in whatever that situation is again. Let's see what this situation has to do with. All right. So it looks like there was some type of conversation that suddenly went sour. And it looks like you're wanting to get back into that conversation or that situation that suddenly went sour. I'm assuming that you're hoping that there's good reason to expect it to be a little bit more sweet than sour, at least more than it was. All right, Cancers, let's look at Tuesday. Here you guys have the Eight of Wands. This tells me we have a lot of communication coming in, lots and lots and lots of quick messages. There may be enough coming in that it's a little hard to keep on your toes and keep all of it straight in your mind. That can happen when we've got this much communication coming in. Let's see what kind of communication this is in general for Cancers. This has to do with the idea of how certain things are with some type of contract or agreement. So all this communication is about the idea of whether something is certain or not. That is a contract or agreement. Next up, let's look at Wednesday. Eight of Pentacles. This is my work card. Getting some work accomplished. This can be work for somebody else. This can also be getting work done around the house, doing volunteer work, getting some work done in the garden. Just has to do with work. Sometimes it's even self-work, although it's pretty rare. I hate to say it, but it's pretty rare. All right, let's see what this work has to do with. This has to do with some kind of document or contract. So doing some work to put together some kind of document or contract or to live up to that document or contract. Okay, so maybe you have a contract with your employer. You're going to have something done by a certain deadline, or maybe this, if you're an independent contractor, this could just be working on one of the contracts that you have. All right, let's look next at Thursday. Page of Pentacles showing up on Thursday in reverse. Page of Pentacles in reverse is just telling me that we're hearing some kind of news about money or about material goods that we don't necessarily want to hear. Okay, I've had this come up sometimes. Let's see what happened. One time I had this come up and a lady's son had just dropped his phone in the toilet, and so she was going to have to replace his phone because it was not coming back to life. Something like that. Could be that your paycheck is less than what you were expecting it to be. So we want to see, what does this have to do with? So we've got the stars and we've got the road. So this is some kind of clarity coming in about a direction that things are headed. At first, I wanted to say it was clarity about what direction you want to go, but I feel like this is different. This is clarity about something that you don't necessarily have control over, but it has an influence over you. So there's some type of clarity coming in around that, around a direction that that's headed. And so that's not our favorite news. Whenever we hear that, that really indicates to us that there's some kind of something we're going to have to adjust to one way or another when it comes to finances or material goods. We may have to find alternative sources of those things. Boo-ba-da-doo. Or we may just need to pedal harder with the sources we have. Let's see what's coming in for Friday. We have the World card coming up in reverse, Cancer. World card is an interesting card when it's in reverse because it talks about that there's something that you thought was ideal that you were shooting for, that was a goal or a target. You wanted to complete this, and now you're realizing, maybe this isn't as ideal as I thought. It's still good. It's just not exactly ideal. The goal or the target needs some tweaking or adjusting to get to the ideal. Let's see what this has to do with on Friday, Cancers. Ooh, some kind of secrets. These look to me like these could be family secrets, and that's what I'm hearing. For a lot of you, these are family secrets. Hmm. Now, the goal or the target that's not exactly ideal could be that you thought you wanted to keep these family secrets in the family. Now you're realizing maybe having an outsider know about some of this stuff might actually be helpful. Or it could have been that you originally wanted to share these family secrets, and now you're realizing that that's not exactly productive. So it can go a couple of ways. And there's other ways it can go too. Those are just a couple of examples. But something about family secrets, and there's an adjustment of a goal around family secrets. All right. Secrets that have been held for a long time, I think, for a lot of you Cancers. Okay, let's look at the weekend. Saturday, what do we have? Three of Rods. You guys could be traveling on Saturday. This would be more of traveling like a long distance, the way that that's showing up there. And Sunday, Justice card in reverse. I didn't clarify anything around your traveling on Saturday. Let's see why you're doing it. Why are you doing this travel? Is there a particular reason? Something sudden that comes up. I think this is something sudden that comes up for a family member or for a friend that you've had for a very long time that you would consider family, even if you don't share blood. Now, let's see, Sunday, Justice card in reverse. That's interesting, especially that it's Sunday. Justice card can talk about legal things, but on Sunday, probably not. Justice card in reverse, though, talks about decisions that are made in kind of a corrupted type of way. Like maybe this person doesn't have as much information as they really needed to have to make this decision fairly. Maybe they had a bias that doesn't allow them to make this decision fairly. Maybe they just don't care if the decision is fair, but it's made in kind of a corrupt way. And when it shows up in your spread, that just means that it's impacting you. Let's see what this decision has to do with for Cancers. Man, that Lily card just keeps coming up. Woo. Hey, not just for you guys either. So, Lily's in the tower. This is some type of decision that has to do with the idea of separation from family. Maybe somebody is saying, you know what, we don't really have gas money to go and see this family member, or we really don't have enough to get a plane ticket. There's some type of separation coming up between yourself and a family member, maybe even more than one family member. And it's coming up because of something that was decided in an unfair way. Okay. All right. So I really don't want to go into too many specific examples on that, but you guys get the gist, I'm sure. All right. So that's what we have for the week, everybody. Thank you so much for being here and spending some of your precious time with me. I do appreciate it. Of course, I offer readings either on the phone or online. All you have to do is get a hold of me to get one of those scheduled. And you guys remember, I'm not pedaling anything that removes the hair from your knees or anywhere else. And so you guys are my wonderful sponsors. So please hit the thumbs up on this video, share it out to the world with others as well. And of course, put comments down below. All of that stuff does help the channel grow, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you guys very much for being here once again with me. Have a fantastic week. Peace out.